How are you guys doing? We did a wonderful topic in the afternoon around 12:30 as well. So I thought I'll twist it up a little bit and we will try to dive into another peripheral of science, which is botany. Botany is basically the science of understanding trees and plants, how they work, what are their characteristics, let it be cellular, let it be organism wise. So we have to understand all of it, and that field is called botany. Now, I am no expert in botany, but I do know some things that even you don't know. So I thought, let's talk about that. Now, right now, all over India, it's a very hot temperature season going on, isn't it? Summer. Who doesn't love summer? I don't. It's too hot. Even in Bangalore, it is too hot. And lucky for us, it's been raining for 2, 3 days now. I know it is a big relief. All the students who are joining this video from Bangalore, give us a hi in the comment section. Let us know that you're also in the paradise city. Now, during monsoon, or as we call it, Mausam of monsoon, there will be a lot of moss, isn't it? Now, if you know what is moss in Hindi, do let me know in the comment section. I am very unaware of it, and that will also let us understand how you can teach us something back. Now, that's what we're going to talk about today in this video as well. We want to understand ये जो moss उगते हैं मौसम के टाइम पे, how are they different from the ferns that usually grow all around your house backyards and everywhere, and they don't depend on a proper season. They grow all the time, but moss only grows around water areas or wetlands or water lodged areas. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. If you see, these are the two different pictures. This is a fern. I'm writing F for fern, and this is moss, M for moss. And they're very different, by the way. I know आपने सोचा होगा कि दोनों चीजें सेम ही है, प्लांट ही तो है, but ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. Plants also have a very lot of segregation, by the way. Just like how me being a human, I am different from a cat, but similar in many other ways. These plants also differ from one another. If you want to learn more of these interesting stuff, come join us in our wonderful app called ODA Class. In this app, you can not only join our best of the best free classes, but you can also register for a mini course that goes for 1 week. This is the best mini course in India, by the way. And not only you're going to be taught by amazing teachers who are from NITs and IITs, we will also take care of your mathematics and science specifically. You will be taught by multiple teachers, multiple topics in multiple days. Also, you will always have the support of a constant personal teacher. How are they going to help you? Well, imagine this. You have a problem in your school life, don't know what to take for your science fair, or maybe you just have a general doubt like, आसमान नीला क्यों होता है? Nobody is there to answer that question. You ask your mom, मम्मी आसमान नीला क्यों होता है? मम्मी बोले जाओ धनिया लेके आओ, ज़्यादा क्वेश्चन मत पूछो. पापा को भी पूछे, पापा आसमान नीला क्यों होता है? बोले बेटा मैं बिजी हूँ अभी. So somebody has to be there who takes care of those questions, right? Otherwise, how will you fall in love with this subject? That's what our personal teachers do. They help you with your mathematics and science doubts, as well as take care of you like a friend, like a teacher, and like a guardian, even when your parents are busy and they're not able to pay much attention on that. So go ahead and try to join us for this 1 week course where you will be getting homework as well as test prep and study material, mind you. All of this in a small package of an app called as ODA Class. The app is wonderful. You will only know how good it is if you try it out. To try out the app, go click on the link in your description of this video and try to go for the course that I'm suggesting. For 1 week, you will be able to join for 6 different classes with great teachers in India just for a price of $4.99. Now, I know $4.99 might be a little too much for you to pay. So go check out the link. If you click on the link, you will get a scholarship from my side. This is my teacher scholarship link. It will be active for 3 to 4 hours. Click on it and you can register only for 49 rupees. I will also tell you how you can actually earn this 49 rupees back plus more by the end of this video. Make sure that you join for the rest of it. My name is Sourajit. I'm going to be your teacher for this class today. I'm a biologist, specifically a molecular biologist. I have worked with many good institutes, not good actually, great institutes such as Icse Bangalore and NIMHANS Bangalore and Biocon as well, where I have learned about biology at the molecular level, cells and genes and DNAs. Now, today I want to teach you something interesting. So join us and take a tour in understanding the plants. So this is another series of video that I'm coming up for only for you students, where we will be talking about the plant kingdom and how they are so interesting and diverse from one to another. So welcome to my series of For Dummies plants. First part, today we talk about moss and fern. Moss and fern is a very common type of plant that you see in your daily life. Next time when it is raining around your house, bahar jao. Trust me, you will not learn science unless until you go outside. You can do math sitting at home most of the time. But science, you will only experience and understand if you go out. Go outside, see. When you see a rock rolling down from somewhere, you will learn physics out of it. When you see things growing around your house, you will learn biology. And when you toothpaste your own teeth, you will learn about chemistry. Learn science from daily life. That's my policy, and I want to teach you the same thing. So let's talk about something that we see generally in and around our house itself. Ferns and mosses that usually grow all over your house. Before we go to that, we need to first understand what are these plants. Okay, plants are a very strange organism. If I ask you, how do you know something is alive? What would be your first response? What would be your first response? I know majority of you would be like, sir, they need food. That's correct. Some second majority of you would be like, sir, they can move, just like how I am moving from here and there. But you have to understand there are other living organisms who cannot move. For example, plants. Does this mean they're not alive? Of course they are alive. They show every other characteristics. Plants don't move because movement is not the sign of life. It's a privilege of life. Okay. So plants follow every other rule of a living organism. They are made up of cells. They grow, they die, they reproduce, they excrete, they need food and nutrition, and they show metabolism as well. Also, they respond to stimuli. If you want to learn how plants actually move, staying in one place itself, make sure you follow me for more videos like this, which will be in the upcoming series as well. Click on the subscribe button, click the bell icon as well so that you can be notified when I come up with the next topic on movement in plants. Now, when it comes to plant kingdom, this is an entire kingdom, by the way. All living organisms are divided into multiple different kingdoms. We, for example, belong to kingdom Animalia, all of the animals. Whereas plants, they belong to an entire kingdom of themselves, kingdom Plantae. Now, all the living organism that comes under this kingdom, plant, will show these characteristics. They will be eukaryotic. Basically, their cells will have a developed version of nucleus, which will have three main things: nuclear membrane, nucleolus, and nuclear pore. They will also be multicellular. Yes, they are not only one single cell, they will be multicellular. Multiple cells will come together to form that plant. They will be autotrophic in nature. Basically, because these plants, they contain a pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll allows you to absorb sunlight of certain wavelength and use that energy to do a chemical process called as photosynthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means production. Because these people are able to produce their own food in the form of glucose, we call it as autotrophic. Auto, automatic, tropic, nutrition. When it comes to these organisms, these three things will always be true for plants: eukaryotic, multicellular, autotrophic, and chlorophyllous in nature. That is what plant cells are defined by. On a cellular level, plant cells are also defined by the fact that they have a rigid cell wall. Usually your cells will just be covered by a membrane, but plants, they have a specific extra boundary all over their cell for better protection and better rigidity of their mechanical structure. Moving forward, let's understand how this kingdom of plant actually is divided. Now, when it comes to the classification of different types of plants, they're not the same thing. There are so many different types of plants. How do I segregate them into groups? Isn't it? So when it comes to the plant kingdom, they are usually classified into much smaller subgroups. And these classifications are based on main three key reasons. Number one, plant body. Every plant does not have a body, by the way. And when I talk about plant body, I am talking about the specific part of a plant. For example, having leaves, having stem, roots, flowers, possibly in their later stages. So plant body is the first criteria based on which we segregate plant kingdom. Every plant might not have the presence of well-defined plant body, such as root, stem, and leaf. When it comes to the second criteria, that is based on vascular system. Remember, we have a circulatory system, we have blood vessels like a plumbing system that goes around our body, taking things from one place to another. Plants also need vascular system. When it comes to plant, every plant might have or not have the vascular system that is required for transportation of goods from one end of the plant to the other. Only developed plants usually have it when it comes to the vascular system, and it will be of mainly two types: xylem and phloem. You must have learned about xylem and phloem ever since you have started fifth standard or fourth standard. If you remember it, make sure you comment in the comment section and let us know about it. So when it comes to the vascular system, this system is the one that allows the plant to transport things from one end of their body to the other. So this is the second criteria. The third and the last criteria is based on, do the plant reproduce through, or sorry, do the plants produce seeds after reproduction? Every plant does not produce seed. Remember that. Presence or absence of flowers and seeds. And if seeds are there, what type of seeds are these? Are these naked seeds or are they inside a fruit? Based on these criterias, you can again segregate the plants into smaller groups. So plant reproduction, which mainly takes place through sexual reproduction and produces seeds, is also a very important criteria. Now, when it comes to the topic in hand that we were talking about, moss and fern, let's proceed into that. First criteria as we have taken is presence of well-defined body. If a plant does not have presence of well-defined body, these type of plants are called Phtophyta. Whenever you hear this word phyta, it usually indicates to plants. For example, phytohormones, hormones that are produced in a plant body. Okay, so presence of well-defined body, that is the first criteria. If a set of plants don't have proper body structuring, that is called as Phtophyta. If they have it, that again gets divided into multiple parts. We'll come to that. Let's first understand what are Phtophyta. Phtophytas are the plant community that lacks a well-defined body structure. Most of the time they're cellular. For example, Eulothrix, as you can see here. Each of these round circles that you're seeing is actually one individual cell, and they're all arranged in a smaller group. Okay, so these cells are together, but they don't form a proper plant body. They don't form any tissue. They don't come together to create an organism. And most common example of Phtophyta would be algae. Any kind of algae that you usually see, except the larger ones, they can come under Phtophyta. So Phtophyta, what are Phtophyta? Phtophyta are the community of plants that do not have a plant body, segregated plant body. Now, after Phtophyta, the next criteria is they do have a plant body. Now, when they have a plant body, again, we divide them based on another criteria, and that is presence of vascular system. You have a plant body? Great. Do you have a vascular system? No. Do you have a vascular system? Yes. Based on that, you again have two different criteria of plants. One is the bryophyta. See, phyta is again here. Another one is pteridophyta. I know this P here in pteridophyta is ignored like the middle child in your family. So ignore him when you're pronouncing it. Okay. Bryophyta and pteridophyta. That is where the interesting part begins. Bryophyta and pteridophyta is exactly what we are learning today. Bryophyta is the set of plant who do not have a vascular tissue, but they have a proper well-defined body. Okay, they have all the like leaf and structuring tissue, everything is there, but they don't have a vascular system. So very difficult for them to carry things around. And moss is a type of bryophyta. Okay, moss is a type of bryophyta. They have proper body definition, but do not have a vascular system. One of the reasons why, if you notice, moss doesn't really grow very large, because when you grow very large against gravity, you need a vascular system to create the capillary effect so that you can carry things against gravity. Otherwise, your body just cannot do this, cannot carry such a heavy material like water against the gravity. When it comes to the second one, which is the fern, fern belongs in pteridophyta. So he has a huge advantage here. Not only fern have a well-defined, well-dimensionated body, but it also has vascular system. Yes. So not only you have a body, you also have the blood vessels and all the things that your body needs to carry material from one corner of the body to the other, because of which these plants can actually grow taller. Not only they have a proper leaf structure, but they can also grow taller. But yes, they have a body structure, but they do not really produce much of a seed, because of which they don't really grow very tall. They're not part of those large trees that you usually see around your house, but they are pretty good enough. They can occupy very less space, because of which they can grow more often in every nooks and crannies of your house. Wherever you have a little bit of extra water lodged area, go see. You will definitely find these people hanging out, chilling like a Malibu beach. But if you want to see moss, try to go for a little bit wetter area, wherever you have a lot of water stored, or maybe in nearby rivers and everywhere. You can find moss completely in those places as well. So when it comes to the main difference between these two people, remember, moss is part of Bryophyta. They have a well-defined body but no vascular system, whereas your fern are pteridophyta. They not only have a defined body, but also have a vascular system. That's the main difference between your moss and fern. We will be back with more of these things. We will not only discuss about fern and moss, we will also discuss about plants that grow seeds, what type of seeds they produce, why mango seed is inside the mango, whereas strawberry seeds are outside the strawberry. We will talk about all of this in the upcoming series for dummies plants. Make sure to subscribe our channel and stay updated with that. Also, go check out the ODA app so that you can learn about all these things. This is just a 15-minute, 20-minute video. How about you come learn with us for more than 40 minutes, where you can answer questions, there are badges and achievements that you can gain, and of course, show it off to your community of students as well. You can join us for a wonderful 1-week course, which is the best mini course in India, where you can not only learn with a lot of support, but also get all things that you need, which you're not going to get anywhere else, for just a small price. All you have to do is click on the link in the description and enroll yourself with a teacher discount of 49 rupees. Go check out the link in the description, click on it, and you can enroll for yourself and enjoy an entire week of amazing classes. Remember that this link will be active only for 3 to 4 hours, and you must do it within that time. Now, how to regain the 49 rupees that you're spending here? When you learn with us, our classes not only give you achievements and badges, we also give you a type of cryptocurrency called as ODA coins. You can earn these coins by answering questions, attending the classes, and doing well, basically. Even if you're the worst student, you can actually win more than 1,000 coins in these classes within a week. So 4 of these coins are equal to 1 rupee. So imagine this, divide 1,000 by 4. See how much money you can earn through just attending the classes. I understand you're very surprised and interested in this. So go check out the app and make sure you join for our 1-week course. Why not earn while you're learning? In any courses in India, you will not be able to find this feature. It's only here at ODA Class. I hope to see you soon again. I'll be back with more interesting topics. Make sure to like and subscribe, and please click on the bell icon, man. It's good to know when you like something that is being released on a new episode. That's all for today. Make sure you see the other videos made by our amazing teachers. I hope to see you soon, possibly tomorrow. Till then, take care. Have a good week.